What's going on, guys? It's Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. We are back in more. You know what it is. Final Fantasy 14. We are about to head out to find Alphino now. We've already got Alice back here at the Crystarium. We're about to go ahead out and find what the hell's going on with Alphino. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? My letter of introduction, sir. There you go. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an armor for passage to Colusia. I will pick you out a friendly welcome. That's right. Mounts like my great friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amuro, I think it's best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zoom worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me, and ensuring your safe travel is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amuro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Okay. So you head back this way? Yeah? Yeah. Up there. No. No. Ugh. Okay, so maybe we have to go up these stairs then. Yeah? Yeah. I'm thinking so. Woo. Yep. You want to fly an Amuro to Colusia? Well, I suppose the Master Jinmai is going with you. Hey, wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mount shortly. Okay.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Alrighty then. We are on. I think we're near it at least. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Calusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance? That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, Amon-Rellik elite have fancied themselves the master of what remains of our broken world. They have gone so far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavily handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It will be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I am glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Okay. You ain't telling what the secret was. He plainly deems it worthy for your undivided attention. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Iber. Iber keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know that you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend, and I will stay here with the Umbro until you're ready to return. Okay. 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 You got hobgoblins. You got hobo goblins. You got hobo goblins. But we need to first get over to the... We need to get over to that right there. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. The bright cliff. That's the first thing we need to do. Is go and grab our Aether Crystal. Our Aetherite. We don't want to do shit else. There we go. Now that we have it, where do we need to go? Okay. Are we swimming? Are we swimming? Gurney? Oh no, we're not swimming, okay. What do you have, the fish, crab? Think I've got an eel in the barrel somewhere. You have a taste for them. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in a pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now, what else I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets or to reports these last few weeks. Alphanol, eh? Yeah, I know the one. The young champion of the downtrodden. You was richer than all of Norvrant put together. But it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Gotta get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse of a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphanol joins you. Alphanol. Oh, so it's this place here that we just, I guess, left from, yeah. Alright. Let's book it. Oh yes, the Leaky Keel. The Leaky Keel. Here we go. This is your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What you'll be having? Some mead. Fine choice. Those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. No. I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from one of the neighbors. So we'll just have to come up with some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables. But lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like it's not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like. Oh boy. Alright, so you gotta do some chores here. Alright, let's go, Granny. All these crops. The blighted crops. What is that noise? Or is it just the sky being the way it is? I guess the sky is making that noise, because... Open the goddamn door. Okay. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town? Outside Yilmore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. That's right. You throw in another drink on the house.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alphino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Hell yeah, Alphino. I ain't seen you in so damn long, boy. Me? I was more worried about you. Thought we lost you. Yeah, we thought we lost you, bro.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
So the Garlean Empire is actually...
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin-Eaters, of course.
Okay.
They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure? And so we take to the road once more.
Okay. Still feeling a little bleh, guys. Still feeling a little bleh. Alright, we leveled up, level 73. Oh, still feeling a little bleh. Little bleh. Alright, let's go Alphino. Alpha Noah is ready to take to the road once more. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come from here, we must head west and then cross a small bridge. Boy, it is bright outside. It is bright. It is bright. It is bright. Good on you. Why is it that everything in these worlds want to kill me, huh? Why does everything in the world want to kill me? I don't want to fight you. Out of the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Yo, that sound be like killing me. You be making believe that there's something beside me or something. Calusia seems beautiful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Castarium, even in this distant world. People are much the same. To think that whatever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble! We have to go save them, they're in trouble! I must go save them, they're in trouble! I shall save you! Whoever it is who's in trouble! I will save you! I will save you! I am the warrior of darkness, and I will save you. You are no match. You are no match. You are no match. Ow. You are no match. Lady, are you okay? Lady, get up. Lady, madam, get up. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Oh, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. But I see you have a situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet were not as swift as they once were. And I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up somewhere and queue up outside Ilmore with the rest of them. Not those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again, you saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger alone in this place. There's not to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Thank you, my lady. As the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Ilmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Ah yes, Alisei will be well qualified to speak on the subject. Compared to Amon-Rellik, Calusia is almost a haven, but as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed another victim. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Alright, so now we gotta go chase Alisei down, or chase Alphino down. Okay. Alphino! Alphino! Can't fly in this world. Well, I can't fly in these regions. I don't have the ability to fly in these regions. I don't have the ability to fly in these regions. Oh, that's just ugly. Look at that. That's just ugly. That's just ugly right now. That's ugly. The whale's breach. Here we are.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Ilmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Boy, he got that. Yeah.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Yeah, he got that. But he got that nice, he got that nice weathered man's voice. You know, that's a man who done seen some things voice right there. I like that. You know, that's a good lived man right there. He done lived life, you know, to the fullest. You know, he done smoked half his life away. You know what I'm saying? And drank the other half. Done been in a bunch of prison cells. Probably done been all over the world. Done been captured in like about 5 or 6 different gulags and different prisons. And then somehow, some way, Luck stays on his side. You know, Lady Luck. You know, he reminds me of the guy in Skyrim when you play in the Thieves Guild faction. He reminds me of what's his name? Is it Delric? It's Del something. He's basically the kind of like the Irish guy who helps you do a lot of the thievery, like you get some missions from him, because it's usually Vex, Delric, and then somebody else. He reminds me of Del. If you play Skyrim and play the Thieves Guild missions, you know what I'm talking about. That's what his voice reminds me of. Damn near perfect.
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Uh-oh.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even on days when fish is not on the menu! Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We might not at all.
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon.
Oh, wow, okay, so they just up there, they just don't give a fuck no more. They like, the world's ending, so let's just go up there and let's just party until the wheels fall off, right?
A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Damn.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the City of Splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident! For you!
Oh, Lord!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Over here!
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems...
Yeah, they're literally giving them the mule so that they don't get pissed if they're not chosen to live in the city. That's what it feels like.
Well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I know I look different as hell. Like, all this black armor on, this black demonic armor on, got this big ass black soul edge on my back. I know I stand out like crazy. Alpha now! Alpha now! Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city thus far have come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say that this policy has been in place since the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current leader came into power. Yet from what I see, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. They have tried to propose ways they can improve their lot. I haven't tried to propose ways they can improve their lot, but my words variably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, perhaps you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Alright, yeah, let's go talk to some people in this town. Let's go talk to some of these people. Let me talk to some of you motherfuckers. Let me go ahead and talk to some of you motherfuckers. What is this bubbling cooking pot? A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, mule, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth. Reek. My name is Reek. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that awaits me out inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? No, little girl. No, little girl. They ain't finna pick you, little girl. No, little girl. I'm all up in the back alleyway. Who is that? Oh, she's an aspiring songwriter. Or songstress. They ain't gonna pick you, little girl. Oh no. Oh no, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. No, yeah, you're crazy. You. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you could ditch that solid-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, but at least it's safe. And the mule is the best thing I've ever tasted. Okay. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on the handouts of Mule and believe Ilmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet, no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive any other way of life. Alright guys, we're going to end this video right here. And on the next one, we're going to continue on and see what lies beyond this Gate Town and see if we can get these folks kicked into gear. I'm Amon-Rellik the Godslayer, Amon-Rellik Gaming. We out.